All right, so maybe the most polarizing man in all of the sporting world, Jake Paul, has done it again. I gotta give the man credit. He knows how to get people to buy pay-per-views, get eyeballs, and get us talking about him. He's got a new fight, and it's against Nate Diaz of the UFC. This is a big-time fight, ladies and gentlemen. I am all about this. Jake, he switched to a professional wrestler. We know about him, former YouTuber. Thought he was kind of doing it half-assed, but he's gone all in and trying to become a professional boxer, and he's kind of not really faced any real opponents. Let's be honest. He's faced a lot of old guys, a lot of guys out of shape. Now, he's getting an older Nate Diaz, but this man is the first guy I think that could actually put him on the canvas, knock his ass out. It's an exceptionally good fight, I think. It's a lot of drama. There's been a lot of shit talking, almost 2 years of them barking at each other back and forth on social media. And Nate Diaz is a scary, scary man. He does not play around with this. He is not going in there to try and win by a decision or anything like that. He is going to try and finally knock out Jake Paul like so many of the boxing purists have wanted to see. I'm going to go through, break down everything going on with the story, give you my 2 cents on the whole situation. But if you could first, drop a quick like on this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. New videos every single weekday. Let's get into it. All right, so maybe the hottest name in boxing besides Canelo Alvarez is Jake Paul. Hate him or love him, he's polarizing. A lot of people like him, a lot of people hate him. I absolutely get it. But he's definitely the second biggest name in boxing right now. He sells tickets. People want to buy his fights, watch the pay-per-views, illegally or legally, but he knows how to get it done, and he's really put on a good show, getting weaker, not very good fighters. His list of fighters, honestly, has been pretty mediocre. He's 6-1 in his career. He fought Nate Robinson, Tyrone Woodley twice, Ben Askren, a 47-year-old Anderson Silva. But then he did finally get a loss against a guy who can kind of actually box in Tommy Fury, not anywhere near the level of his big brother Tyson, the heavyweight champion of the world, but he lost on a split decision, but he didn't get knocked down. He actually put Fury on the deck. So he's actually been pretty impressive. Say what you want, Paul can kind of fight. He's beating the shit out of 99% of the average dudes on the street. Every average dude. There's like 1% of the population that would be able to stop him. So he actually can fight a little bit. If you hate him, you hate him. I get it. But you can't deny he knows how to box. The question is, how inferior have his opponents been? Probably so. He's been very well managed. He knows, trying to keep that perfect record, trying to keep the hype up, trying to build it up. Now, he took the loss. This is the only way, I think, to get people back on that hype train. I know everyone was kind of off it after he lost to Fury. Fury, not really considered a very good boxer by most. Dave Portnoy even had to eat crow calling him out how he was a terrible boxer. Joe Rogan tended to disagree with him, and it looked like Rogan was right on that one, the professional sports commentator. But regardless, Nate Diaz, absolute killer. He's 38 years old, but still a killer. Got out of his USC contract. He's still not really in the prime of his career, but he is absolutely not washed whatsoever. Really, really scary opponent. So they're going to be fighting on August 6th. They're fighting at 185. Going to have 10-ounce gloves, 20 by 20 ring. So relatively big weight for him. Nate Diaz has kind of fought all over the place in the UFC. I think this is a little bit heavier, so he's going to be more of a natural weight. So I think this is a very good matchup. Now, the question is, we all know Jake is on the sauce. Is Nate going to be able to juice up a little bit, maybe bulk up, get that extra strength going? Ain't getting tested by anybody. I know there's not a drug test when Jake's in the building, but if he's looking to go back to the UFC, really can't get back on that. No USADA test, but there would be if he heads back. So that's an interesting thing to look at. I am super hyped for this fight, honestly. I really wasn't into anything. Jake Paul lost. It kind of lost the steam. It's been a very interesting story to take, watch, take note of, kind of follow. Fun to watch usually. Not very good boxing, honestly, whatsoever. But this is what is interesting. You want to see guys fight each other, big names, and I'm sure they're going to promote the absolute shit out of this, and there's going to be no folding here, no excuses anymore. We're not going to hear, oh, the fight's fixed, this, that. If Jake can knock out Nate, he's got to get his props. He's a legit fighter. Nate is not taking any sort of dives. This man is as tough as nails, and he is a stone cold killer. I'm sure a lot of people are projecting he gets a knockout on Paul. Paul has been vulnerable. If anybody who's watched any real boxing people say he doesn't have a lick of defense. Nate's not necessarily a boxer, but he's going to figure it out. When you're a championship level fighter like Nate Diaz, still in the crunch time of their career, he's going to figure out a way this thing. But anyway, it's going to be a super exciting match. Everyone should tune in August 6th. Now, I'm selling the fight. They got us talking about it. I'm sure there's going to be a ton more shit talking beforehand. It's going to get real personal. And I don't know, man. Don't go too far, Jake, because Nate Diaz does not play that game. It could get ugly in real life for you. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you going to watch the fight? Do you think Jake has a chance against Nate? Or is Nate going to put him on the floor and finally bury this story for good? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. New videos every single day. Share it with your friends, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.